Whoa, that was like my hand. Did you see my hand right just like that?
Yeah, I did.
What is going on?
Hello, everybody. We are live from Gagne Farm tonight.
Yes, we are. I got a hot date here on my phone. So how's it going?
Like always, a busy week.
Hey, Altruistic Homestead, how you guys doing tonight? I say Homestead and it's Farmstead.
Oh yeah.
Why do I always do that? I was on a different live just a little bit ago. They says, aren't you guys going live in 30 minutes? Shouldn't you be in the powder room?
Oh, funny. Yeah. Yeah. Our makeup person isn't here today.
No, and it's been a while since I wore makeup.
It's been a while. Been a minute.
Yeah.
So what's everybody up to out there tonight?
I'm still texting.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Hey, Jess is on there. Hey, Jess, how's it going? So, yeah, busy week starting up. Going back to school stuff. So,
Yeah, it was first week back for teachers, professional development, and open house. So,
yep.
Yeah, so it was a very busy week for me, and I feel like I hardly was even around here. I spent some time with the ducks tonight because I think
They were. Because every time you walked by, they started laughing. They go,
well, I realized that Delilah was the one that is being really loud lately. And
think she's gonna lay an egg?
I don't know, but she was kind of like being a bully for the other ducks. Like I squatted down and they were like starting to come over by me.
Right.
And she came up and bit another one right in the butt.
A duck bit a duck butt?
Yeah. A duck bit a duck butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Altruistic Farmstead says their kids are homeschooled, so they're always busy. I'm sure they would be busy if we're homeschooling kids all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
That would get well, you know what it's like, right? So I'm not a teacher, so I guess I can't say, but
yeah. So I apologize if I'm a little off tonight. I am exhausted. We had to sit in a meeting quite a long time today, and one of my teacher friends turned around at one point and slapped me on the knee and said, "You a little tired?" I guess I was nodding off.
Oh, you're that person? You nodded off in a meeting?
But I looked around the room and I was not the only one.
Oh man.
Well, what do you expect teachers to do? An open house the night before and then come sit in a meeting the next morning?
Yeah, it was kind of silly. After you already did a kindergarten with camp.
Kindergarten kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was basically the same thing. So I don't know, is our audio messed up, Altruistic?
Yeah. Who else has a problem hearing us?
Now, if anybody else has a problem, let me know, because
we have had issues with our audio before.
I spent a couple hours. Yeah, I know she is in and out. You need to get closer to the speaker.
I'm sorry. I'm often told that I'm too quiet and nobody can hear me. So I'll try to talk louder. I always feel like I'm yelling though when I talk like this.
It's okay. We like to. Well, I hear you yell all the time. Let them hear.
Yell.
Let them hear what I hear all the time. I'm joking. I'm totally joking, guys.
Yeah. You tell me all the time that you can't hear me either.
It's because you have such a soft, nice voice that.
I just don't like yelling.
Yeah. Yep.
Act like you're in the lake.
Right. Yeah.
That's a little different.
No kidding, right? So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on now. Now it's the weekend, and we've got a little preserving to do, I believe. So, that garden has taken off on us. You wouldn't even believe. So,
exploded.
Yeah, I took about 10 minutes yesterday. Walked out there with a little half bushel bucket that we have, and I picked a whole bucket of tomatoes in about. It wasn't 10 minutes, I think. So,
not even close.
So, I think this weekend is gonna be tomato weekend. At least start on the tomato weekend. So,
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, you get to hear that at the same time I did.
We gotta start on it sometime, or else, otherwise it doesn't work. So we get too far behind with things. So
Yeah. I didn't know we were ready to start tomatoes, but
it's either that or wood, and it's gonna be 90.
Let's go with tomatoes. I vote tomatoes. Who votes tomatoes?
Yep. So that's kind of what we got going on around here. It's been a little warm out lately, so
Yeah.
you know that's it's tough when you're trying to get stuff done around the homestead, and it's hot. You don't want to go outside, but you know you got to get it done, and so that's kind of where we're at with the wood right now. I know we have to get our wood going, but man, I really don't want to start it right now. I want to give it a couple weeks, but if I wait too late, then I go and I'm disturbing the deer, and I really don't want to disturb the deer. Well, you know, deer season's coming up pretty soon as well. So
Lots of votes for tomatoes.
tomatoes.
They agree.
Yeah, I'm going tomatoes as well. Yep, definitely tomatoes. Definitely tomatoes. We did. Yep. Yep. Oh, weeding. I gave up on weeding. Yeah.
Weeding?
No,
we don't weed here.
We did really good. We did really good at weeding this year. Everything started going good, and then once the fruit started kind of coming in, I didn't have time to weed anymore. I was just trying to keep up with canning and preserving. So we didn't. I said screw it. I'm not even weeding anymore. So
we are in Michigan. Somebody asked what state we're in.
Oh, Bland's. Yep. Yeah, we're in Michigan here. Kind of in the middle of the state. So we're not like crazy far up north, and we're not down by Ohio. So
right in the middle, smack dab, mid Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what kind of things are we going to make this year with our tomatoes? What are you thinking?
I'm sorry. I was just reading. I can't see my eyes are terrible. Gail's Southern Living. Then my husband showed her weeds on a live and weed shamed her.
Yeah, that'll make you weed your garden real quick, won't it? That's a good idea.
Oh my god,
that's not a bad idea.
Stop! Don't give him any ideas.
Yep.
He is not afraid to throw me under the bus.
Yeah. So
salsa, that's on our list.
Yeah, Jess, we'll get some salsa going around here. Salsa.
That's not even a Michigan accent that you use when you say that.
I'm trying to type too because
like the salsa.
Salsa. Yep. You guys like the? Are you guys more of a hot salsa? Salsa. Salsa.
Say it like that.
Salsa.
That's so
Is
funny.
It mild salsa? Salsa or salsa?
Salsa.
No.
Do I say it wrong? Now it doesn't even sound like a word anymore.
Just says medium.
Medium. That's about where I'm at too.
Yeah. I tried some of the hot stuff there. like doing ghost pepper and habanero and yada yada. And nah, no, it's not for me. I'm kind of, if you're gonna like burn your face off and eat something, and then you're sitting there trying to chug like 10 gallons of milk or something to get rid of it, there's no point in eating it.
Well, I think Bland's Promised Land Ranch would disagree
They
with
disagree with me. Yeah.
So they're telling you to bring the
heat, baby. That's right.
Bring the heat.
I used to like it really hot like that. And was it last year we grew chilies? And I don't know what kind of fiery Satan madness these things were, but they're only about an inch and a half long. And I grabbed one out of the garden and I ate it, and I couldn't taste anything for about half a day. And didn't I start chugging milk or something out in the yard? Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. I'm like, I used to like hot things, but that was a little bit over. I don't know what kind of weird chili I made, but I ended up using them. I dried them out and then ground them into.
Oh yeah, we used them for chili peppers.
Chili peppers, yep. Gail says her peppers didn't come up this year.
Aww.
That's terrible. Yeah, we had a really good pepper year, but I didn't grow any hot peppers this year because I had so many left over from the last few years. So, but all the other peppers just exploded. So we had a really good year around here, but it's just the weather. It's just what happens.
Yeah, I think we're being taken over by wax peppers out there.
Yeah.
That's what they're called, right?
Yeah, we got Hungarian wax peppers. And we got banana peppers, which are similar. Wax peppers are a little bit hotter than we had sweet banana peppers. So
yeah, those are the ones I like.
Yep. So that's kind of where we're at here with the pepper. Oh, we got to do Cowboy Candy. So I did Cowboy Candy last year, and I like it, but I don't like it. Like I like it, but I don't need like 8 gallons of the stuff. So I just want to make a few pints of it or something. And actually, I think I made half pints last year. And that was about perfect because I'm the only one that eats it. So I eat like a half a pint at a time, and you just keep a fresh jar in the fridge pretty much all year round. So
yeah, I thought the Cowboy Candy was good. I don't eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
Pepper jelly.
That's something I was looking into doing. Because I have so many extra peppers this year. I think they have probably like more of a mild pepper jelly. We have jalapenos. I could throw some jalapenos in there, but like a pepper relish, I think is probably about the same thing as a pepper jelly or a pepper relish. I think I'm gonna try something like that.
I don't think that's the same thing.
It's not. Well,
not positive. I've never made pepper jelly, so I'm not sure. But
yeah, we've never made it. I've eaten it with somebody else's, and I don't know. The one I had, it tasted kind of weird. It was like super sugary, and then another one was like super hot, so you couldn't taste anything. Yeah, let's see. Vision Acre says plans. Been driving all over Arkansas this past week, headed back to Missouri tomorrow. Yeah, I heard a lot of people driving around right now and trying to get their last vacations in before the kids go back to school and the fall sets in. And a lot of my buddies are doing the same thing with their kids right now. This next week or so here is kind of the last hurrah for everybody. School seemed to start early this year as well. So usually, everybody's trying to get their last vacations in around Labor Day, but it's not the same way this year. Everybody's trying to get it ahead of time because school starts 2 weeks early. So I gotta quit doing that.
I tell you what, every time we talk about peppers, somebody tells us to dehydrate them.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta give me.
Yeah, we don't have a dehydrator. That's why we haven't dehydrated anything yet.
You can dehydrate them in the oven, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was right. Pepper relish and pepper jelly are different.
Are they two different things?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, why don't we try both? I think we'd have plenty to do both. So
Yeah.
that would be something to do.
Yeah, we're always up for everything. Like, I don't know. We've been, how long have we done that? How long have we like canned and made like pickles and peppers and stuff like that?
We've been canning for about 8-10 years, haven't we?
Has it been that long?
It's been a long time, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I still feel like a newbie and always like suggestions and ideas because I thought it's only been 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Where have you been? Oh, I was the one doing all the canning. And,
Oh, you were not.
That's where.
Oh.
What's up, Green Acre? How you doing tonight?
Oh, we're on the same
brainwave
here. I'm gonna say something about canning. Oh, I'm in time denial. That's all.
Yeah.
It helps me forget. I'm getting old.
Yeah, we've had some sort of a garden for better part of 10 years, and it gets better every year, and we learn things every year. This year we had a really good year. Last year was not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Was
it the year before that? That was terrible.
Yeah, I think it was the year before that. It was just maybe it was weather, maybe it was something I was doing. I don't know, but it was very, very hard to get anything to grow. So, but we've been doing the gardening for quite a while, and we got quite a few recipes that we like and that we try to stick with. We tweak them a little bit here and there, but otherwise, we kind of just we did get down to at least growing the things that we eat, because we used to get a seed catalog and we want to grow all the things.
Yeah, all the things.
So we, I'd have 100 seed packets out there, and we'd be getting orders in the mail, and I couldn't even find a spot to put everything out there. And so a few years back, we kind of niched down a little bit, and that has really helped. So, we try to stick with 6-8 things, and maybe we'll introduce something new, one or two things a year.
Oh, I want to try this year, but at first we were like, we want this and this and this and this, and yeah. So we have gotten to a point where we use what we grow more efficiently.
Yeah, and that really helps, because then we can at least dedicate our time more on things that we know we're going to eat, because it's always fun to, make all or grow all the cool stuff in the in the seed catalogs, but if you're not going to use it,
you don't use it or don't know what to do with it right away, and then it rots, and then it's just a waste. So
yeah,
I want to know what the Green Acre is making for dinner. They're making dinner.
Making dinner for the family while listening to your live. That's awesome, guys. Yeah. What is for dinner? What are you making for dinner?
It's way past dinner time here in Michigan. I don't know what he's thinking.
Yep. Yeah, Green Acre says, definitely focus on growing the things you love to eat. Gardens do require a lot of work, and there's only so much time in the day. Best to focus on what you use the most of. That's exactly how we kind of looked at things as well. We had fun growing all the other things and tasting different things, but I'd rather be able to preserve things and put a little bit up, for the winter of things we like. So that really helped, and we had fun doing that this year. So
yeah, Vision Acres asked if we have a network of gardeners that we know, and like that's something we've kind of just started to branch out and get to know people who are kind of in the same mindset and doing the same things that we are. And we do have one friend that lives near us that he grows things too, and we have like traded each other different things. Like we traded him a rooster for how many bushels of pickles?
A bushel of pickles.
For a bushel of pickles.
So if you guys need to know what the going rate for a rooster is, it's a bushel of pickles. Yeah. So we're getting there. It's funny because we live out in the country, and I don't know. It's like everybody's big farmers around here. They're not homesteaders or
Yeah, we're
just
surrounded by a lot of big crop farmers or people who just are busy and aren't doing the things we're doing.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Vision Acre says they have a community pantry. It's a friend's house, and we all take food in and take food out. Oh, that's a good idea. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have to grow it. Yeah, they're like 6 small families bring it. That's awesome. That's a great idea because that's what I'm trying to do. Me and my buddy are trying to do. Um, the things that I grow good, then he won't grow, and then I'll just give him my extra things he grows good. I'll just take whatever's left over, from him, and it really works out well that way. So,
I should get a pen.
right.
Write that down. Somebody just said
We can
the vineyard chicks are in Michigan, I think.
Onion chicks.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but
Oh, I have a, but we can go back and look at the chat because it's YouTube.
I didn't think the chat showed up
Yeah,
on the video.
it doesn't even. Yes, I have access to the chat.
Oh, you have special access. Okay, people, run.
Sorry.
Weirdo.
Yeah, that's a good idea though, like a community pantry like that.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah, we can find a few more people around that could, somebody might have good soil for potatoes and can just, you know, get some really good potatoes going or whatever.
DJ plus 3 asked if we wanted some quail.
Quail, I've eaten quail a long time ago, and that was it. We've been doing the meat chickens. That seems to be going well.
Yeah.
But have you ever had quail?
No. No, I have not.
I mean, it tastes like chicken, right?
Yeah. They said they do the same with animals. We do chickens.
Oh,
and
yeah.
my friend does rabbits.
Oh, that's yep.
Trade.
My mom and dad used to raise rabbits, and at one time we had on the main farm, we actually cut all the stanchions out of the milking parlor, and we hung rabbit cages all through the whole barn. And one time we had 500 meat rabbits in there at once, and it was crazy. And I was a kid at the time, and I hated it because they stunk. And I mean, a couple rabbits out in your front yard and a little, rabbit tractor or something was one thing, but you put 500 meat rabbits in a barn, in a cattle barn with, it had all the manure, I don't know what you call them, all the, it was nasty. It stunk.
Yeah, I know
it was bad.
All right.
Yeah.
But,
but the tasting of the meat rabbits like that was so good.
Yeah, Jessica said that quail was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to try it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's not like I'm gonna go shoot a quail or something, but
maybe we could do a live taste testing.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bland says maybe look on Facebook for local homesteaders.
I saw that. Yeah.
I just got on the Michigan Homesteaders Facebook group recently, and there are a lot of people on there, and I just trying to get acclimated to who's near me and who's not. And there's big state, so there's homesteaders from the UP all the way down to south of Detroit. So trying to like keep it local and yeah.
Acre, so that's a lot of rabbits.
500 rabbits.
That's a lot of rabbits.
You don't even know what 500 rabbits smells like. It was so nasty. And I was a kid too when we did it, but we would we didn't butcher. We couldn't butcher at the time, so we would raise them and then we would sell them to Amish, and they could butcher them. They had their own set up butchering with stainless steel things, and you have to be certified through the state to do all that. And we didn't get to that point for ourselves to do that. Luckily, my parents got out of it after a little while because it was it was a great idea, and I mean, I'm sure they made money off of it or whatever, and then we ate rabbit all the time, but yeah. What do you do with 500 rabbits manure?
Have a worm farm.
Oh yeah, forgot to tell you about the worm farm. So my mom has this bright idea. What do you do with all the rabbit poop? Well, you start a worm farm, which is a great idea in itself because then you can sell the worms. You
Mm-hmm.
can use the worm castings on your garden or whatever. Worked out great. But what do you do with 500 rabbits poop? You have a lot of worms.
That's a lot of worms.
If something happens to worms and they all die, what's 5 or 10,000 worms, dead worms smell like?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was bad.
You get the idea.
What's going on here?
There was something I was going to comment on, and I
Oh,
lost it.
oh here.
Somebody said they have 100+ chickens. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, when I can't see it.
Oh, is it up here? Here, we'll get you up here. I think you're down below.
Sell the rabbit manure to local gardeners.
Yeah. Yep. With that amount, we could have. We didn't at the time.
Oh, it was Vision Acres Homestead. Thank you.
Oh, well, here. Well, you do it.
What? Yeah, right there. Vision Acres Homestead. They said they have 100+ chickens.
Yeah.
I thought we had a lot of chickens. We have what, like 30?
Yeah.
That doesn't compare to what you guys have.
We only got 30 like right now.
Layers, yeah.
We butchered our meat chickens for the year. So
oh yeah.
We did that early this year. We kind of hurried up, got through it quick, and yeah.
Altruistic has 20 meat rabbits, and they make rabbit tea with eggshells to fertilize the garden.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Heard that works really well. I've never done it myself, but actually, my buddy's mom was telling me about that earlier this spring about making the tea like that, and that it really
great idea.
Really throws in the extra nutrients there for everything. So, yeah, that's it's something I'd like to get into. And I don't know, do they make chicken tea? Probably not. Probably a little hot. I don't know if I'd want to
blow on it.
I don't know if I want to make chicken tea, but rabbit tea is a good idea. DJ says the quail tastes great and their eggs are amazing. We do quail, chickens, turkey, used to do pheasants, have ducks, and are about to buy meat rabbits. Oh yeah, that's what you got going on right there. I was gonna do turkeys this year too, and what happened with the turkeys? We just didn't get them.
Yeah, I don't know. He told the girls that if they got ducks, that he wanted 2 turkeys, Thanksgiving and Christmas for their name. And he never got the turkeys, but we were kind of overwhelmed with the ducks at first because everything we do new requires infrastructure that we don't have. So whenever we tackle a new endeavor with an animal or gardens or whatever, it requires all the setup first. So I guess we kind of didn't get the turkeys because we were focused on the ducks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's with just kind of getting everything going around here with the different livestock. Yeah, if we get a new bird or a pig or a cow or whatever we get, I have to put up all fencing, any kind of shelters, water, feed, all that. So, yeah, it's tough, but it's kind of part of it. So I don't mind. I'd rather have a little bit of work up front, make it how we would like it, and then kind of continue with everything. So, let's see in there.
I was trying. Tesla said, "I watched your video on the new duck pond."
Speak up.
I watched your video on the new duck pond. How is it working out? They loving it?
Oh, Yeah. I tell you what, I wake up before light, and those ducks are already outside in the pool, and they seem to like it a lot. They don't. They haven't tested the fence. I haven't had any problems with the fence or anything yet.
That's
Seems
been
to work
great.
really good. They've got way more room than they need, so that was something else I really like.
That just makes me feel good to that they can wander and
Yeah,
that they're still in a safe setting where we're not going to lose them, but they still have room
yeah,
and plenty to eat.
yeah, yeah. So it worked out good. If you guys are, thinking of something like that, I mean, it's actually a pretty good idea. Um, it. I like it because I'm going to be able to move it in about a month or two. I can take this, move it right out of the way, and and get them back on fresh grass. So that's the whole point. Is I want to be able to move them around. So I really want to get to that point with the chickens as well and do the same thing. So
Greenacre wanted to give you props for your big wood video.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
That was a lot of fun to make, and
yeah, it was different.
it was something different to do.
I,
It was
I liked
entertaining.
theirs too. I thought theirs was really good. So I was thinking of doing something like that myself. And
Which one was theirs?
I'll show you later.
Okay.
But
I watched them all.
we watched them all several times. But I don't know. I chickened out. I think that's what happened. So I'll show you though later.
Have we planted any fruit trees? Are they talking to us? Or someone else?
I don't know where you're looking there.
Tesla said, "Have you planted any fruit trees?"
Oh, no, we haven't
We have
planted.
not.
We haven't planted any fruit trees. We have a few apple trees out back. We've got blackberries out in the woods, blueberries, raspberries, things like that that we already have. But as far as like a Granny Smith apple or something, no, we haven't planted anything like that. It's something that I need to actually clear some land for that. My plan a few years back was we have so much ash trees that have died from the emerald ash borer that I was going to cut all the ash trees down, clear that land, and then put a small apple orchard back where the ash trees were. But the problem with that is when the ash trees died, they all fall down, which is great. And I try to cut them as fast as I can, but there's literally thousands of dead ash trees back there. I can't cut them fast enough, and the poison ivy grows up so thick in there that I can't get into that area and do anything because the poison ivy is so thick. So I was actually thinking at one time fencing that area off, getting goats and putting in and eating all the poison ivy. Then I can get in there, clear some more land, and then plant some more fruit trees. So that's a little bit down the road, but I know I need to get those trees planted pretty quick.
DJ plus 3 said, Tractor Supply has fruit trees for $30 each.
Ooh, that's cheap.
Yeah,
That's real cheap. Yeah, we need to, and I don't have room enough in the yard right here to put them. I'd like to put them by the house, but I don't have enough room, and it wouldn't get enough light anyways. So I need to get them out back somewhere, out on the edge of the property somewhere. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's something we need to look into, though, is a little bit of a fruit thingy. You like apple butter, right?
Yeah.
See,
I love apple
how much
butter.
apple butter you guys make, or you make this year?
This year, none
Yeah.
yet, but I still have some from last year.
We need to get a hold of Jessica and have her talk to her friends that own the apple orchard and get rid of them extra apples that they don't want. Maybe we could barter some apple butter back to them. So
we could barter something to them. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking, but we'll see how that
great
goes.
idea.
Yeah. So Tesla says, how many acres do we have? We have roughly 140 here. So there's a good chunk of it that's wooded. I think about 55, 60 is wooded. And then we have the rest of it's all farmland. So we got plenty of room to stretch our legs around here. That's fine. That's not a problem. But
the main area that we have connected to our homestead is wooded.
yeah.
So it's tough to find, especially for gardening, because we're like our house is surrounded, or in our yard is surrounded by woods, so we don't get a lot of sunlight through the day, and so we have our garden in like the one spot that is the most sunny.
Yeah.
But I love the woods for many reasons, but not for that one.
Yeah. Hey, Greenacre, you guys go have a good dinner, and we'll see you next week, okay? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. DJ just said they picked 3 apple, 2 peach, and 2 pear. There you go.
Nice.
Yep. Yep. And journeying along with Shannon. Yeah, we're in Michigan, so right about the middle part of Michigan. We're not like crazy north or crazy south, so kind of right in the middle.
I was trying to keep up with this Patrick.
Yeah.
He said he has a game farm.
Yep.
Somebody must have asked him what I was going to ask. What kind of game do you have? He said Big Five.
Yep. Okay.
All the game of Kruger National Park.
Yeah.
Okay, so help me out. What are the Big Five? Deer.
Ask Patrick because I'm going to butcher it.
Okay, I'm guessing deer, elk, moose.
No.
Moose wouldn't be the Big Five?
Well, maybe here, but I think he's a little bit further south.
I don't know where is he?
Well, Tim, where are you at? I think I seen. Oh, I'm sorry. I seen a T. I seen a T. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Patrick, where you at? I think he said something about being in Africa. I seen that earlier, but
show us on your hand.
Show us on your hand. How about right about there? Right about there. You go, yeah, right about there. Right about in the middle. I don't know how much more middle you got to get right there. That's about where we're at. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. That's how all of us Michiganders show where we live. You know, I went on vacation. We went up here. Oh, I used to go to school down here. Oh, we used to go over here to falls.
Did you know that the people from the UP call us trolls?
Yeah, because we live under the bridge.
We live under the bridge. I didn't know that until I was in college and I had a roommate who was from the UP.
Yeah, Patrick says the Big Five is rhino, elephant, lion, leopard, and buffalo. He's in South Africa.
Oh, that makes so much more. I'm like, what?
And
that makes so much more sense.
The Big Five around here is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like deer, elk, bear,
big
moose.
Yeah, chicken, partridge, rabbit, deer, coyote. But yeah, that's awesome. I that would be crazy to hunt stuff like that. I don't know.
Rhinos.
Yep.
Are you allowed to hunt elephants?
I don't know. I guess so.
Must be.
He's got a ranch for it, so. Yep. Bland says, "Yeah, me and trees don't get along. I get my brother-in-law to guide me along. That's how it works. That's right." Yep. Hey, DJ, you guys have fun. I appreciate you stopping by. I completely understand with the kid situation, so we got a few of them ourselves back here.
Yep.
You guys have a good night, though.
Yeah, and we'll have to get in touch with you about trading something for some quail.
Right on.
If you want to try it.
Yeah, I've had it, and I like it. I mean, it tastes good, but the problem is I like more than one quail to eat. So, usually if I want to eat something, I want to eat, I get a plate of food, and maybe I'm just a pig like that or something. But Hey, Blands, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yep. Don't forget to like before you leave.
There you go. You guys smash that like button for me, and we appreciate it here. So, yeah. So I think that's what. Oh, did I tell you that part for lawnmower?
No.
Ah,
I knew you ordered it.
There you go.
I thought I was gonna have to get goats, guys, for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our lawnmower broke and we have not had time to fix it. So I've been moving the chickens and the ducks around the yard until we built the duck pen. But before that, I was moving the chickens and the ducks around the yard to kind of mow the lawn.
Yeah, and it worked actually. So it was actually no, I think it worked.
There's a lot more lawn to mow.
Yeah, no, it worked for us.
So I guess that'll be one of our projects this weekend.
Yep. And I think we need to get some deer lanes cleared out for hunting season. So that's coming up real soon. Get that brush hog going, or bush hog. If I've always called it a brush hog, but everybody I see, I see there's a fly on there or something.
Yeah.
See, everybody calls it a bush hog.
Well,
is that one of the things my dad always just said that I picked up on?
Probably. I never knew what one was until I met you. So I always called it a brush hog. Because that's what you called it. Yep.
Like a kohlrabi. So my dad always called it kohlrabi.
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 I think that's a Michigan thing. But
it might be. I heard somebody else say that the other day too.
Yeah.
It was on a video too, so it wasn't just me. What's the same? Warthog is warthog is what we call them. Okay. Yep.
Oh. Okay, that's different too.
Yep. That says last weekend we canned peaches, tomatoes, and also canned tomato sauce. Made peach jam and blackberry jam.
Yum.
Hey, did you guys use our blackberry jam recipe there? Did it work out for you? Brush hog or bush hog, I believe one's. Oh, I got your vision. Yeah. One probably is a brand name. That's why. Yep.
That makes sense.
It says lots of work for one day, and all began when I watched your blackberry jam video.
Oh.
Yep. Started me on this journey, even brought an outdoor stove for the big pot. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Well,
yeah.
I'm glad I inspired somebody, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was just filming me doing weird crap back here in the woods. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm filming sometimes, but yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, it's
awesome.
That's what we are doing here too, is we do the things we like, and then we try to do something maybe a little bit outside of our comfort zone just to see if we like it.
Just to push ourselves a little bit further each time.
Yeah. Sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't. So we just pivot from there and do whatever the hell we want, because I don't know. That's how Candace rolls. So
how I roll, man.
Yep.
So yeah, the outdoor stove idea. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's gonna especially pay off this weekend in 90-degree weather when we have to can.
Yeah. Well, Candace has got a good apple butter recipe video and recipe on.
I do.
YouTube,
yeah, so I have an apple butter video.
Yeah.
Not applesauce. I haven't.
We haven't done applesauce yet.
Well, I haven't. I guess officially Homestead made applesauce. I have made applesauce in a crock pot in my kindergarten classroom with my kindergartners.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really counts.
Yeah. Patrick asked if we get any poachers in our area. Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Poachers just for deer mainly. I would say that's about it. And they're not as bad as they used to be. Let me say that. There are some around here. We used to find spots where they dump 40 or 50 carcasses in a spot. But I haven't seen that in quite a few years, and people are you gotta watch, like, people that used to do stuff like that. A lot of people speak up now to like DNR and things, so they don't have that happen as much. So that's good. And I never liked anybody going out and shooting 30 deer when they could only eat 2 or 3 or something. So that's good.
Vision Acres Homestead, so they'll be right back. They're gonna go bookmark the apple butter.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Days.
Yeah, Candace did a really good job on that too, because that's it's something that you kind of gotta like watch. Like
It's
you,
got a little finesse.
yeah,
to it.
you can't just it's not a hard and set time on the whole thing. You kind of got to watch it. There's a spot where you put like a test
Where I show how you put it on
yeah.
a plate.
Yeah, and if the water comes out of it or out to the sides, then it's still not done.
Yeah.
If you watch it right to the end, it shows you right. You know, she does a real good job where it finishes at, because it's
Oh, thank you, honey.
see.
He must love me.
Yeah. No, Vision. I was just saying that just watch that video to the end, because that you can't how do I say it? It's not like a timed recipe, so it's not like hey, you boil this for 30 minutes and it's done. So you just kind of gotta watch how it lays on the plate. So once you get it to lay on the plate correctly, then you're good to go.
Yeah, you tell it lay down. Okay, I'm not funny.
Sit, stay. Sit.
Good apple butter.
Good apple butter. Okay, that was really dumb.
Yeah.
Never heard it. Patrick has never heard of apple butter.
It's so good.
Yeah, you should try it. It's not something that I eat all the time, but Candace would eat like 4 pints of that a week if I let her. So
I probably would. It's so good.
Tesla says a few weeks ago you were talking about maple syrup. Do you go out and get some maple sap? Yeah, we do in the.
Did you go out? And
Oh,
get
did
some
we?
maple
Yeah.
syrup?
I'm sorry. In the well, around here in February, March, that's when we do all of our maple.
That's when the sap runs.
Yep, that's when your sap runs. You can't do it right now because the whole way that works is the temperature. So there's a freezing and thawing um, cycle that happens with the trees that actually acts as a pump in the tree. So that brings that sap from the roots up to the branches back down to the roots, and that's when you put the tap in, and that's when that sap flows and comes out into your bucket. So we didn't do any lately, but we did quite a few. What did we do? About 5 gallons, I think, this spring. So yeah, we've been doing syrup for 3 years. 3 years now. And
Good night, little Frenchie. I didn't even know you guys were on here.
Oh,
you were on here.
Hey, little Frenchie. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So syrup. It's quite the process to make syrup. You collect the sap from the trees. We put it through a RO process to get some of the water out of it, and that's basically what the whole process is to make the maple syrup, is getting the water out of the sap. So you have to evaporate it and filter it and bottle it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lengthy process. That's why it's quite expensive sometimes, because a lot of work goes into it.
Yeah. So you got to get 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Yep. And it takes a lot of time to boil all the water out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun though. It's something to do, especially in the spring around here when it's so snowy and there's nothing to do and the days are short because the sun never comes up and it's cloudy all the time. So it's nice to get outside, walk around the woods a little bit, and get a fire going out back. And so it's fun. It's fun for us to do, and we don't make like thousands of gallons of syrup or anything. We make enough for us,
could, but
a little bit for everybody else. So
we need a lot more manpower for that.
Yeah. Yeah, Vision says 40 to 1. That's insane. Yeah, that's why I built the RO system. So with the RO system, I can let that thing run all night long in the barn, and it takes out roughly 50% of the water. So I can take, when we go out and collect, we get 250 or 200 gallons in a whack. and I can let that RO system go. I think I have 100 gallon per day RO membrane on that, so I can get about 100 gallons of water at a time. So that really saves me a lot of time. I think I can boil off 8 gallons 8 gallons of sap an hour. So, I mean, just do the math. No matter how hot my fire is or how much sap I put in the evaporator, I can only do 8 gallons at a time.
Okay, altruistic. I hope your phone doesn't die on you. Have a good night. And Patrick, yes, I think that's who asked that. Yes, the syrup does come out naturally sweet. We don't add anything to it.
No,
Not a thing.
no. All you do is you just tap the tree and take the sap and boil it. All you do is I have a stainless steel evaporator pan.
And we put on a brick arch.
Yep, it just sets on a brick arch. It's a fire, just basically an outside rocket stove is all it is, and that's it. So you let it burn and burn and burn and burn and throw wood and burn and drink a beer and then more wood and burn, 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 burn. Yeah, so that's about it. But it's like I said, it's fun. If you guys are curious, we got a lot of videos on maple syrup making out there. So I know there's something a little bit different for some of you guys. So
Well, Frenchie says honey here with 2 beehives.
Oh yeah, yep. And see, that's something little Frenchie that I was gonna get into this spring. I was that close. Candace told me no. So I couldn't do it. And we had so many other things going on. I said, all right, I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to do it next year. And luckily, my buddy down the road that we barter with, he does have 2 hives. So, and it's funny because he has 2 beehives. He keeps the bees for his garden, which helps out his garden tremendously. But he doesn't like the honey. So we barter. I barter something, I barter maple syrup for honey or something like that. We just kind of go back and forth. So that works out really good. That's something I really want to try out for next year.
Yeah, it's definitely not comparable with the honey from the store at all.
No,
like I can't, since I've had natural honey, I guess you would call it. I wouldn't even touch honey from the store.
No. Yep. Patrick says, that's awesome. You don't want to taste the sap that comes from our trees, but I bet our beers are better.
I bet they are.
I bet they are too. I have to try one. I've never had a South African beer. I do have to say that. But they probably got some weird trees that are probably not quite like maple trees. So
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep.
We'll help your fruit trees.
Yeah.
Wow, you people are really trying to get us to get fruit trees, aren't you?
I was so into getting bees. Like I was researching it. I've never kept bees before, and I was totally like 100% in. I had already got with my buddy. We were going out. We had orders set up, and finally, I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to take these because I can't deal with them right now. So we had a real busy spring too with kids and their sports stuff. And
yeah, we had a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah, so next year definitely, I think. So Lola J says one has to go: moonshine or tequila. Tequila's gotta go.
Well, oh, for sure. I wasn't really sure. Is that the question?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Tequila.
Yeah. Tequila's gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep it behind. Because you can run your car on that. Like in a in a situation where you gotta jet out or something, you can dump it in your tank. Yeah, little Frenchie says they put one of their hives in the garden. That's my buddy has his hives probably 20 yards from his garden, and it just he had so many cucumbers that he was just giving away to anybody he could get.
That's crazy.
He had about the same amount of plants that I did, and it was I had flowers and buds all over mine, but I just didn't get the pollination that he did. So we didn't have a lot of pollinators back here. So that's something I really need to look into a little bit more. For next year is getting a little bit more flowers, pollinators, things like that to attract that type of thing around here. So
you're telling me you're getting bees next year? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, we're probably gonna get bees next year.
So you'll probably see that added to Gagne Farms.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't know. There's a whole lot you got to look into about getting the bees, though, because especially with being a first timer.
Yeah. Well, I know our buddy who we've been talking so much about, just because he's like the only one around here that we know that does this stuff too.
Yeah.
But he had trouble getting started out. Isn't this his first year? He had his bees overwintered.
Overwintered, yes. Yeah. Yep. So, and he was really happy. So I don't know how well they did. I don't know if they were a thriving hive, but I think they did better than ever. So we had a mild winter though too, so you have to keep that in check.
Yeah, we did.
So
this forecaster here says it's going to be a cold, snowy winter.
Cold, snowy winter every time. I'm telling you.
He tells me that every year. I'm like, honey, you live in Michigan. You're bound to get it right if you say cold and snowy.
Right. Vision Acre says, my wife hated the idea of bees. She is now fascinated and loving them. That's exactly what'll happen with Candace here.
I know.
It took me 6 months to talk her into getting a chicken, and now she's the chicken mama of Gagne Farms, I think. It was probably long. It was probably damn near a year talking her into getting a chicken. So
it took some convincing, for sure.
Now we there was a time during the summer, every week I'd come home from work, there was a new chicken in my living room. She'd go to TSC and pick up a new animal. I'm like,
there's a whole story behind that.
Yeah, there is, but we don't,
No, I'm not going to tell it because it's long.
Yes, chicken math.
Story, go watch the video. I made a video about it.
Chicken math is crazy. It's like 1 + 2 = 100. Oh, look at that. Tesla says the beehives without the bees are only $130. They're easy to maintain based on videos I've watched. I also want to get bees. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think like if you get a small setup, it's not bad to get started in on. And I, especially with my buddy down the road, getting going, he can kind of help me, mentor me a little bit with things. So that's what we're going to try to do, I think.
My wife sat on my sofa nursing back to health a meat bird. Vision Acres Homestead said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Our first meat birds that we got, one of them was like a runt, and I think I just walked away for a second.
Yeah.
And I think the other ones kind of like drowned it in the water or something, but it was like still alive, and I was like trying to keep it alive, and it died in my hands.
Lola J says, how many eggs did your last chicken lay?
Our last chicken.
How many eggs did our last chicken lay?
Is that a joke?
I would probably say just the one.
The last chicken lay.
The last egg. Right. Yeah. We've been actually pretty lucky with the egg layers this year. So we actually have 4 new ones getting ready to go back into the big old the big coop. So yep. Vision says, bathed and wrapped in a towel. I just smiled. Yep. Yeah, that's about it. That you got to do what you got to do to keep them chickens around. So
yeah, I get a little attached to animals.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not so sure about the cow thing.
Yeah, you could totally nurse a cow back to health or whatever on the couch. I could see you doing that.
But I can't have a cow and then eat it.
Why?
Because I looked in its little cow eyes.
But if you have multiple cows, you don't know which one you're eating.
That would have to be a lot of multiple cows.
Multiple cows.
Yeah.
Then you're just going to the freezer and getting beef.
Yeah.
Same thing with pork. You're not eating.
Yeah, but pigs are gross.
Yeah, but you're not going to label it as.
It's scary. Have you ever actually looked at a pig's mouth?
Yeah, they're nasty. I don't eat the mouth.
They're scary.
You don't eat the mouth.
Closest you've ever been to a deer.
Pretty close.
Yeah, actually, they come right up in our backyard, and I was standing in the window, which was, I don't know, how far is that? The backyard to the kitchen window? Like 100 yards, maybe? Not even. Anyways, it was stomping at me, and I actually had a deer do that once. I was standing at the end of the trail, and it was standing just a little ways in the woods, and that deer was stomping at me too. It was a young doe, you know. That was pretty cool. Pig's feet, no. No pig's feet.
Jessica says, next time I'm taking you to Watson's and tell them how yummy they are. Pig's feet? No. Nope, not a feet kind of guy. Vision says we leave our beef cows alone. They've had names, but don't build that relationship like we do with our dairy cows. Yeah, that's different when you're milking a cow every day or something, but and you got a beef cow, it's a little bit different. I can see that definitely. And that's kind of what we're getting to is Candace was kind of brought up different than I was with things with raising meat things or whatever, or meat animals or whatever. And so she named hers and I ate mine.
Well, I wouldn't say a city girl because I grew up in a rural area also, but I lived in the little tiny town. I had friends who lived on farms, but
yeah. So little Frenchie says my mom used to cook them in the oven, I think, with a little bit of wine, and it was delicious. Yeah.
Cook what?
I think she was talking about dairy cows or pig's feet. Oh, that was what it was.
Pig's feet. Yeah. Back to the pig's feet. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
My dad used to eat pig's feet all the time, but he'd eat kneecaps and jawbones and jowls and all sorts of crap. But I'm not into all that. I'll take a pork chop. So I don't know.
This guy tricked me into eating. What was
it? Chicken gizzards.
Chicken gizzards.
Yeah.
Told me it was deer tenderloin. Have some.
I've never had chipped beef, Lola J. It's something I haven't ever had. Chat's going quicker than I can read it. It's here, but
yeah. Oranges like apples.
Eats the whole thing. Yeah, my mom used to eat potatoes like that. She would take a potato and eat the raw potato all the time. She loved them. It was nasty to me, but there's something weird. She used to eat little pieces of raw hamburger too, but I guess that's like beef tartare is basically the same thing as raw hamburger or whatever. So
I love chicken gizzards.
Oh yeah. Name starved a whole plate of chicken gizzards one night.
Well, I guess I love them too. I didn't know it, but I do.
She did a bang up job on a whole plate of them. They're good if they're made right and they're fried, you know. And I guess that's how I learned deep fried or fried or something. But
yeah,
it's like a little hunk of meat.
It's a raw hamburger. Yeah. Chicken livers.
Chicken livers, yeah.
I've never eaten a chicken liver.
It's about the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's close. Yep. You gotta read what you have to read out loud what they're saying. Everybody's just looking at staring.
You because I can't see it as well as you can.
Well, I don't know where you're looking at.
Scrapple. I don't know what scrapple is. It's made just like bacon.
What's that?
Scrapple?
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever had it. Oh, Vision Acre says that? Okay. I was wondering where you're seeing that. Yeah, I've never had scrapple. No. Is that like pork belly? Because they have that around here a lot, is pork belly. And pork belly is same thing as bacon, basically. Where can you get pig feet in the U.S.? You can get it around at the stores around here. I know you can. I think you can go into Walmart and get it around here. Or like if you were to go to a local meat shop or meat market or something, you just ask for it. I'm sure they have it. They call it pork hocks too. It's
ham hocks.
Ham hock, pork hock. Yep. Lola J. Scrapple is scraps of pork or other meat stewed with cornmeal and shaped into loaves for slicing and frying. Huh. No, I've never had that. That is something
Eastern characteristic of Eastern Pennsylvania. Is that where you're from?
Okay.
Lola J.
Tesla said the same thing too. It's all the parts compressed into a block. It's called scrapple. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had that. I'm sure it sounds like something people around here would have eaten.
Very German. Sorry, I failed on my heritage, I guess. Right. On that one. Hey, Yogi Hollow Farm.
Yogi, what's going on tonight? You guys surviving that forest fire over there?
Forest fire?
Yeah, they got fires over in Canada, and they're in South Dakota, and it's coming right from there. And it's supposed to have been here today, which I seen it this morning. You could kind of see the smoke a little bit, but it wasn't like they were showing video of it, and it was bad. I mean, it looked like just fog everywhere.
Really? Yeah, oh my goodness.
Just kind of depends on which way the jet stream blows. So
good. Eating supper. Everybody's eating supper. It's making me hungry.
I know. I'm eating supper too. That's crazy. Oh Patrick says, ever heard of bourrivores? English farmer's sausage. Bourrivores. No, I've never heard of that. Yeah. Nope.
Nope. Never heard of that one.
No, that's something different. I'd like to. Might be a little different though, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. We're getting all kinds of ideas to get pigs here.
Now
everybody, we're getting fruit trees, we're getting bees, we're getting pigs.
That's all the things I've been talking to Candace about. Man, you guys are right on my right. This is awesome.
Take it one step at a time.
No. You gotta do all the things all at once. I'm telling you.
All the things, just like in the garden. How'd that work out?
It's working out great. Look at our garden.
It is now
it's magnificent.
The list is growing. It's growing for sure. I think I'm in trouble.
But you can't just add one thing a year. You can't I'm gonna get a bee this year. No, you gotta get the bees and the pigs and the cows all at one time, so then you can set up for it. All right, think of it this way. If I want to put a water hydrant in out back somewhere, where would I put it? We don't know because we don't know where the cows and the pigs and the bees and the meat rabbits and all that are gonna live.
Now you added meat rabbits. Did you guys hear him slip that in?
No, they've been talking about meat rabbits all evening. I love rabbit. Rabbit is like one of the. It's like the venison of the rabbit industry.
Visionmaker says, just dive right in, pull that band-aid.
That's what I'm doing. That's right. It's exactly what I've been trying to tell her. She's getting better, but she's still peeling that thing one hair at a time, the whole way through. She won't let it go.
Yogi Hollow says, we started with 2 pigs. Oops. 2 pigs and quickly had 5, and ducks and turkeys, etc. Do it.
See?
Bunch of pushers.
See, I can have a fence set up this fall yet. We'll be ready for pigs.
While you're cutting that wood and finishing the duck coop.
No, you're gonna cut the wood.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna train you on the chainsaw.
Yeah, he keeps saying that, but yeah, I want to keep my shims.
No, you gotta cross train your spouse. That's how it works. What happens if I sprain my finger and I can't operate my chainsaw? Then you have to go out and cut wood.
If you sprain your finger,
it happens all the time. Homestead injury.
You've broken fingers and still went out and cut wood. I'm not buying it.
I'm just saying, you should be able to run a chainsaw.
One fun fact: sheep make a bleating sound. A baby lamb can identify its mother by the bleat. We're not getting sheep. Are you trying to add more to my docket here?
Sheep's not a bad idea either, because then we could make our own sweaters.
Oh.
Or you could make a sweater for me. I'll take a hoodie.
That would be a very large learning curve.
Put a little Gagne Farms logo.
Oh, put your logo right on it. That would be awesome.
You have to have 2 different colored sheep, one for the logo and one for the hoodie.
No, you dye it.
If you have a white sheep and a black sheep, then
you don't have to dye the wool.
Then you don't have you ever seen black sheep?
I don't know.
Are you the black sheep of the family?
Maybe.
We'll have to work on the sheep thing. The sheep thing is a little bit down the road. So Frenchie says, we only have a female here. We would love to have piglets, but don't know anyone with a male. How would you go about it? Ads on CL? Would you have to pay or agree to give them one of the kiddos? I think that like around here we have like animal swaps, small animal swap, or small animal auctions, and you just get together and kind of network at the extension office. Or around here it's just a town that's nearby. They have a small animal auction, they have a small animal swap, and the swap I think is just for exactly what you say, mating purposes. So I'm not sure what they charge. If you need to do you got to give them something, or if it's you pay something. But I'm sure they got them around you guys too, something like that. That's similar. I would check into like anywhere where like a fair, type of 4-H or a fair thing. They would be able to tell you. How did you feel when you killed your first deer? When I shot my first impala, I was devastated. I was I was pretty young when I shot my first deer. Well, that's what we do around here is we hunt and fish and kind of live off the land. So I was not devastated. I was ecstatic and loved it. I don't like killing things to kill things. So, obviously, I shot an animal and killed it, but we used every bit of that animal that we could. So I felt
we still practice that.
Yeah, and it felt really good to be able to provide for my family and at the time, and I provide for my family now. So that's how we do it, and it's not something I enjoy doing. I don't just go out to kill things or whatever, but I do enjoy the meat and providing. So I don't have any remorse for that, I guess. So Some breeds of chickens lay colored eggs. Yep. Just reading some of you guys' comments here. Lori Carp, is it? I don't know if it's Carp or Carpe.
It doesn't have the little thing over it.
I know, but I don't have a thing over my Gagne either. So, yeah. Yeah, Yogi, that's a good idea too. Talking about like-minded people on Instagram. I think I just found you guys on Instagram. I'm trying to get some of you guys, more of you guys, on our Instagram as well too. So it takes me a little bit of time with doing the YouTube things and the Instagram things and the Facebook groups, and so
just trying to connect everything.
Yeah,
takes
it's fun. I can't do it all in one evening like I'd love to do, but I actually do have to go out and do chores and do the gardens and do all the things. So
do all the things, the parenting and the working and the
Oh yeah,
bringing home the bacon.
Craigslist is a good idea too.
Craigslist?
Yep.
I don't know why, but I don't like Craigslist.
Yogi says it took them months to find feeder pigs, and then the Kuni breeder pigs. Yeah, it just depends. I think it depends what season you're in too. I know around here, for fair season for go ahead, for the kids, it's way easier to go and find animals to start, and they don't just some farms that I know of, they just breed for 4-H kids, so they just they won't even sell to you, but they at least know other people that will. So that's something to keep in mind too, is the time of year it is. So you gotta do this. Watch. Say hello. Say hello.
What is it? Illinois?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. I'm sorry. I was trying to. My eyes are terrible. It's bad. You want to know how bad my eyes are? Oh my gosh. I didn't even tell you this. So my daughter is she just finished like the first round of driver's training, and so she drives everywhere we have to go when I'm with her, and we had to go pick up my younger daughter from basketball practice, and she pulls in and she's like, oh, I'm going to park here next to this minivan, and I look and I said, oh, the one that's exactly like mine. It was identical, same brand, same color, everything. And I kind of laughed it off, and we went in and got her, and we came out, and guess what I did?
Went into the wrong van.
Well, I opened the door to my van and thought to myself, how did these papers get out of the glove box and all over the seat? And I was about to pick them up and put them back in the glove box. Like, that's how long I contemplated this.
So you're picking up somebody else's.
Yes! And I went, wait, and I looked, and like the console was like a little different color, and it had a cup in it that obviously was not mine. And I'm like, no,
are you sure?
No. But I was like, oh my God. So I shut the door, and in the meantime, the girls had done the same thing on the other side of the van. They were getting into that same van too on the other side.
We had the whole family in there, huh?
Yeah. Well, the people who owned it walked out right behind us.
Oh, jeez. Did they say anything? You're like, hey, get out of my van.
No, he was just like, oh, it needs to be clean, doesn't it? And I'm like, well, no, I didn't tell him. You should
have had him jump in yours and trade up for a day. See what happened.
Oh my God. Funny. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
He was laughing about it, so that it was all good. But I was just embarrassed at how long he watched me and how long I stood there contemplating.
Was he like doing the "what the hell are you doing" look on his face when he did it?
I think he was just waiting for me to realize that it wasn't my van.
That's funny. Well, you should have just opened yours up and see if he got yours.
He knew what he was doing.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that's how bad my eyesight is. Yeah.
Well, it's not just your eyesight, because apparently the kids were getting in the same man. So
they trust their mother too
their
much.
eyesight isn't any better. Read it aloud.
Well, I was reading something and then I lost it. Yeah, don't forget thumbs up, guys. Thanks a lot for the thumbs up.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Lola J says, when I was younger, my brother and I were acting up in a supermarket. My mother scolded us and reached for a hand. She pulled another child.
Yeah. Just yanking another kid out the aisle. That's funny. That's a good one right there. Yeah. I remember when I was little, I must have got away from my mom because I was really little. But I got a whole aisle over. So I was like, one aisle over. I was like a lost puppy dog out there. I didn't know where I didn't even know where I was at. And it felt like 10 minutes later, my mom finally come around the corner. It was probably like 2 seconds. She probably picked up the spaghetti off the shelf or whatever, threw it in the cart, and then found me or whatever. I'm glad she found me though. That was nice. So
your story wasn't as funny as mine.
I know I don't have funny stories. I'm so sorry. Patrick says, "Thank you for using the animal to the full extent. This is what we believe where I come from." Yeah, we do too, and we do the same thing with just our meat chickens or everything we raise, and
even our garden, like whatever we cut off of it, I save things to use to make chicken stock, like some of the leftover vegetable scraps. We freeze it and then use it to make chicken stock. And then we also use scraps for our compost, which I credit to the Good Garden this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I even get so bad as if I accidentally knock a green tomato off the vine, I'll actually grab it and then put it in the windowsill. If it takes like a month and a half to ripen, then I'll just leave it there. But
so I nurse the meat chickens, and he nurses the tomatoes.
And nurse the baby tomatoes. Yeah, that's all right though. That's I don't like cutting down live trees either. So I have so much dead down trees in our woods that I don't think I've ever cut a live green tree that I needed just for wood or anything. There's no point because I can never keep up with the dead down stuff. I could burn wood for the rest of our lives and never touch a green tree. So why would I?
Yeah, somebody asked me once, well, if you go cut wood, don't you need to let it sit for a year before you can use it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because we've always just cut whatever wood.
Yeah. And we had emerald ash borer that went through here, and it was a real invasive beetle that came and killed all the ash trees. And the ash trees are so dry, even they're standing right now, but you can cut them and burn them in the same day. They're just they're that dry that you can cut them, split them, burn them, and I do all the time.
Vision Acres said put it in a paper bag with a banana, and I was thinking, put what in a paper bag with a banana? They clarified the green tomato.
My kids? What?
Yeah, what's that gonna do? Bag with a banana.
Yeah.
Him? I'll put him in a paper bag with a banana.
No. The thing is, hunting is quite a workout. Lift an animal of significant size and carry it for miles is not easy, especially over rugged terrain. Yeah. Definitely true. I'm lucky enough to hunt out back of my property, and so a lot of people around here they drive a significant distance to go and hunt, and I'm fortunate enough I can actually walk a few feet off my backyard and hunt. So does not mean that I don't have to go and recover an animal every once in a while, which I do have to do, but I have trails and ways to get that. It's not bad, but yeah, for those people that are out west, out hunting or way up north, and they're hunting, and they have to, if you shoot you might be a great shot, can shoot 500 yards, kill an animal on a first shot, no problem. But you might have to walk that whole distance down a ravine and back up and to recover that animal, and that's 3/4 of it right there. So and you have to. That's part of the hunt. You can't just let that go. So
I'm laughing because Yogi Hollow Farms has to look for a SD card that they dropped in the nether regions of the couch.
oh, all one of them. Yeah, yeah. That's where the cats live, isn't it? Is underneath the couch like that.
At least they're fur. Vision Acres said, may the odds be ever in your favor.
That's right.
For sure. Heard of no.
Says, have you guys ever heard of Timothy Treadwell? Nope, I have not heard of Timothy Treadwell. I'll have to look him up.
What do I think of bears?
We have black bears here mainly. Yeah.
I think the bears can stay wherever they are.
Yeah, actually,
Not my yard.
this summer we had a black bear that was south of us quite a ways, and it was a little bit closer than I really wanted him to be. And I have not heard of that black bear traveling north, so I'm going to keep my eye open for
for sure.
this year hunting. I know that. Let's see.
Austin.
Mom left me at home.
Yeah.
Austin,
where'd she go?
Where'd your mother go? Are you okay? Don't you have a sister that has a driver's license?
That's the scary part.
Yeah. Patrick says, what's your opinion on poaching of rhinos here in Africa? Sorry, it's a little bit heavy. Well, I guess I don't have much of an opinion. It's not something that really comes up here around where we're at. I don't like poaching, period. So I guess I would say I'm against it.
Yeah, if it's poaching, then
if you're poaching something, I don't agree.
Yeah.
That's not something that's good, whatever ecosystem you're in. So yeah, that's not cool.
You have a good night too, Shannon.
Hey Shannon, thanks for hanging out with us, and I enjoyed you guys' live tonight as well. I had to jump off a few minutes early there just to kind of get things set up for ours here, but definitely come back next week if you got time, and I'll try to do the same with you guys. So,
sure.
Vision Acre says we have bears in Missouri. The wife says that the DNR is lying and there are none. I guess denial is a place not just Yeah, there's bears in Missouri. There's bears all over the place. I know that. And, even up here in Michigan, Candace doesn't think there's bears down by us, but they're
I know there are. I'm just saying
yeah. They're the thing with bears is you kind of keep out of you keep your own distance, and they're pretty good. Unless they got cubs, something like that, or you're sitting on top of a big pile of donuts or something, then they're gonna come check that out. Otherwise, they're pretty good. So they're not like grizzly bears. Grizzlies are a little different, but black bears are,
Frenchie says no bears in Texas.
There's probably not a lot of bears in Texas. It's probably true, yes.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. They have coyotes and bobcats. We have those here also.
Yeah, we actually we have a lot of coyotes just out back, and they do pretty much open hunt for coyotes, and that's just because the coyotes are so devastating to all the other animals around the deer and the small game. So DNR lets you pretty much shoot a coyote whenever you want. And
I'll never forget when I learned what a bobcat sounds like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You heard bobcat noise? That's the weirdest sound.
Yeah.
I'm actually you may stay and talk to people if you want, but
we're gonna get going here, guys.
Our daughter is calling me.
Uh-oh.
From the other room.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate all the open talk tonight. I really had fun, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So, hey, you guys, we're going to be back here next Thursday, 8 o'clock. And you guys bring so many questions. You guys want to talk about anything? That's cool. Um, on your way out, I appreciate if you guys hit that like button and stuff. It really helps us out here. We're trying to throw out videos and some lives and stuff, and kind of get this homestead going. So, you guys, I appreciate it. Thanks much for hanging out. You got anything to say?
No, I was still reading through.
Yeah, yeah. I really had a fun time tonight, guys, talking with y'all.
Yeah,
so,
it was a great time, everybody. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. You have a good night, okay? We'll see you on the next one.
You didn't say that right.
Okay.
Well, catch you on the next one.
Night, guys.